What an incredible Cinderella story. This unknown comes out of nowhere to lead the pack. At Augusta, he's on his final hole. He's about 455 yards away. He's going to hit about a 2-iron, I think. Billy. Whoa, Billy.
What happened? Be the ball. You're not being ball, Danny.
Well, it's kind of difficult with you talking like that.
Okay, I'm not talking.
That's the beach, son.
Miss.
That intro never gets old. I absolutely love it. Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Chasing Daylight podcast. This is episode 6. I'm normally here with Ryan, but Ryan is actually traveling today. So on the phone with me, I have Laura, who is one of our writers over at the Breakfast Ball. How you doing today, Laura?
Doing well. How about you guys?
Doing good right here. And then the other person that we have on the phone is Joel from Atomic Golf. How's it going, Joel?
Going awesome. How are you guys?
Doing good. I've actually been indoors for a couple of days. It's been hot and windy and miserable outside, and so I've just kind of been doing the inside stuff, getting everything done. How's the weather out east?
It's warm. This is the time of year when it starts becoming a sauna out here because the humidity is so bad. But
I found a sauna.
It's prime golf season. So,
what about you, Laura? How's the weather up in Boulder?
It's beautiful. About 75 degrees. Wonderful.
You went through a bad stretch of bad golf weather, so I'm glad you're finally getting some good stuff going.
Snowed like last week, so yeah, it's been weird.
So I wanted to bring Joel on the show because I've actually found him through Instagram earlier this year and was really impressed with some of the work that he's been doing. And he's been teaming up with True Tech, right? Is that who it is?
Yep.
And making some ball markers. And want to have him on and let him talk a little bit about what's going on with Atomic Golf and how he got this started and introduce him to some people that may not be familiar with it. So why don't you just dive on in and tell everybody what Atomic Golf is? Yeah,
so I mean, it's kind of funny. I went and scrolled back through my Instagram tonight. My wife and I were packing markers, and she's like, "I'm pretty sure it was about a year ago that you because we're packing markers at the kitchen table." And yeah, it was June 23rd, 2018 that I published, my first markers. I had done some testing before that and bought some different equipment and stuff like that. But yeah, so June 23rd last year was,
well, happy anniversary.
Yeah, I know. I kind of missed it myself. I'm so busy with stuff. But yeah, I mean, so basically like Atomic Golf just was born out of the love for golf. We all have different ways that golf has kind of, spoken to us or sort of, in a way, not to get too sappy, kind of taken our heart. But for me, it was simply that I wanted to try to do something that, spoke to my creativity and just kind of the ideas. Because like anybody that I work with, I tell them, I'm about two things. First off, I'm about relationships. I love building relationships with people, whether it's on Instagram or on the golf course or wherever. Second thing I'm about is creativity. So, whether it's collaborating with somebody or coming up with my own idea and then having somebody like True Tech Golf with Jacob, man, he's awesome. And working with people to create a product. But even before that, the idea was really just to do a little side hustle so I could make some extra money to use to go play golf.
There you go.
I mean, that is the only reason that I started this thing from the beginning. Well, I have 4 kids, 4 daughters actually. And so the reason that I did that was so I didn't have to use family money to go play golf. I mean, that was seriously what it was born out of. So really where it started was, every year, I'm from the Augusta, Georgia area. I'm from Aiken, South Carolina. Lived here my whole life. So this whole area, everything revolves around the Masters. And, I have a full-time job. This is, not my full-time job. A lot of people ask that, but it's kind of funny. I'd love for it to be, but right now it's not. I work at a nuclear power plant. Thus,
that probably ties into the name, right?
There you go. And I can go into that a little bit more, but every year I take off from my real job and I caddy. I'm a caddy at a local course called Sage Valley, which is, I love the last show you were talking about a lot. Like I'm like, I want to go play there. I want to go play there. I want to go play there. But Sage Valley is a gorgeous course, really exclusive, and really, really nice. But anyways, I caddy there every week during Masters. I take off from the regular job, go out there and caddy. And that has been my, golf money for the rest of the year. Not the whole year, but I use that and I go play golf.
Oh, that's awesome.
So last year it was like, okay, how can you use this money almost as like a seed for something else? And I got to thinking about stuff, and I'd been on Instagram a little bit, but really not all that much. And I stumbled across Ice and Lamb, of course, and Kraken is like my idol.
Oh man, that Liberty marker he just did it's insane.
It's sick. He is, and he's been a really good mentor to me too. And I just stumbled across those guys, and part of my real job is I'm a graphic designer, so a lot of the graphic stuff that goes into the markers. It's kind of, just a natural fit for what I normally do. And, so looked at that stuff. My intent is to never copy anybody. I like to try to keep it really original, And, in fact, I had somebody who was asking about a donut marker, and I was like, dude, I don't know about that. Because that's a Tyson Lamb thing, and I like to keep it. I like to respect other artists and other craftsmen's.
There's plenty of room on the shelves for other things.
Absolutely, and I got a ton of ideas that I haven't even been able to come out with yet. So that's really what it was born out of. Is really just wanting to be able to make a little extra on the side to go play some golf, and
I love it.
The double-edged sword of that has been I get so busy now with this that it's sometimes my extra time is I don't have enough time to go play golf these days.
That's always what happens to people. They get involved in the golf industry, and the amount of golf they play goes way down.
Yes, but I'm not complaining. Like I love. Man, I tell you, I've been able to create some amazing relationships with folks. Primarily, all my stuff right now really is Instagram, and it has been a really cool format to share and to meet people, talk. I mean,
it's changed the way people are doing business.
Absolutely, and there's even so much more that I haven't even been able to tap into yet. There's a lot of tools, and it's a great community. I've been on Facebook for years and kind of got disillusioned to that side of social media because I really don't like negativity. And I'll be one to have some fun, with some memes and stuff like that. But I'm not. My intent is on social media is to always keep things positive. And I think there's too much negativity in the world already. And I want my brand to be about love and positivity.
Awesome.
I'm trying to put that out there.
Stay off Reddit then.
Oh, Lord, yeah. No, I'm on there, but not a lot.
If you're ever in a good mood and want to be depressed, post something positive about yourself on Reddit and then just read the comments and you'll be back in the doldrums in no time.
I feel like Reddit's just a place where trolls go to,
It's such a valuable source, but my goodness, anyways, that's a topic for a whole nother day. Okay, we found her. She's back.
I'm back.
So Joel, you'll have to listen in, but Joel was just telling us about how Atomic came to be and how he's his real job working at a nuclear. Let's dive into that. Let's dive into the nuclear power plant. What do you do? What does a graphic designer do for a nuclear power plant?
I really do love my job. It's a great place to work, a great company. My joke is we use a magic hot rock from the ground to make electricity for hundreds of thousands of people. I work at a place called Plant Vogel. We produce about 12% of the entire state of Georgia's electricity. So pretty neat at one site. I get to teach people, talk to people, reach out to the community and tell them all about the wonders of nuclear power. Because there's a lot of misconceptions about nuclear power. And, it's just a really cool place to work. I probably have the coolest job at the plant. There are a lot of engineers and, I've got to learn a lot from those people, but I definitely have the coolest job. So
how long have you been doing that?
Yeah. So I've been in the nuclear power industry for about 12 years, all in public relations, community outreach. So right out of college, that was my first job was working at another nuclear site not far from here. So that's been the full-time gig for ever since I got out of college.
That's awesome. Have you ever been to Vegas?
No, but I want to come play golf with you so bad.
Well,
I see some of those pictures. So.
One of the other things you're gonna have to do when you're here is we have the Atomic Museum.
Yes,
and so it is a nerd fest. Oh
my god!
Every through the bank that we have, every month you get a free pass to parks and things, and then Nevada hops on there and adds some couple things. And I've lived here my whole life, and we went for the first time like 4 years ago. And it's a small little building just off Flamingo, and I literally nerded out on every piece of information. It's maybe a 10-minute walk through it, and I think I was there for an hour and a half. Just it was such a neat part of history, and the fact that it was so close to here.
Oh yeah, 100 about 100 miles.
It's not that far away. Yeah, it's not that far away. I love going on Google Maps and looking at it and seeing all the craters. It's just a mass field of craters out in the middle of nowhere.
Oh yeah, I've done that before too. It's pretty cool. So my, another little part of my history is my grandfather was a senior reactor operator at a little place called the Savannah River site, which made a lot of material for nuclear weapons. And a lot of people get nuclear power and nuclear weapons mixed up. They're very, very different. My grandfather was a senior reactor operator in the 50s and all the way up into the 90s. So my dad worked out there. It's here in Aiken, South Carolina, but it's a bit of a family thing. It's kind of nuclear is kind of in our blood. So it was just kind of like really natural when I started thinking about brand names for my gig. I was like, I don't know, this is just part of who I am. It's kind of fun a little bit, atomic, And,
all right. So how many of your friends call you Homer?
Oh, we get Homer jokes all the time. We get Homer jokes all the time. It's hilarious. I kind of roll with it. Nobody calls me Homer, but we do get those jokes constantly. So it's really funny.
So what do you? My big question is, can you tell us what's on tap for Major Number 4?
Oh yeah, I'm really honestly the most excited about this one. I really was excited about the jacket. I was really excited about all of them, but it's hard to pick which one is my favorite. So let me start. So the jacket was just an idea, really a sketch. I'll have to post that sometime. I may have posted it before, but it was like literally I sketched it out on a piece of paper at Christmas. I was on Christmas holiday, and that was I normally take a lot of time off from work because I save up my vacation and spend time with the family. But I was just like, it was like a brainstorming session. I was drawing, which I normally don't draw a whole lot these days. I'm a graphic artist, so
it's all computers.
Yeah, it's all computers. So, but I was just sitting there like sketching, and I sketched out I had this other idea for the masters. and it was good, but you have an idea on something, and it's just, like you're right. So, it's like, it's good, but it's not there. And so, like, I literally just scrapped that whole. I mean, I even have I need to post it. So I have a prototype marker that I never released on the Masters, and it was cool, but it wasn't there. So, got that one out, and then the warning sign was just like staring me in his face. I'll be remiss if I don't mention Jacob. Jacob has helped me on the jacket, and he's my milling guy. So Jacob from TrueTech, he mills everything that we do on the major markers. We weren't able to connect on the warning sign marker for Bethpage because I'd already had something in the works before I even really started working with Jacob on that one. But all of the other ones this year for the Masters, the U.S. Open, and the Open is Jacob. He's my milling guy, and I'm the ideas guy, and then I also do the paint. But dude, I'm so stoked about the Open. I seriously, I hope people like it. But I don't even care because it's just so. I think it's the best one.
I just posted really a little while ago.
The best one.
Yeah, I just posted a little while ago a story where I ran a little video of the marks that I have from you. So I'm sitting here at my desk and I got them in front of me, and I love the Master Jacket. It's outstanding. The U.S. Open one is really cool. It's really unique, and I love the colors on it. But the Bethpage marker, I think, other than my breakfast ball markers you've done one for me and Josh or CNC did one for me, just because those have a special place in my heart. But
sure, yeah,
the warning sign from Bethpage is absolutely just ridiculous. It is so good. It is absolutely so good. And when it showed up, I was expecting it to be bigger. It just you see pictures and it's kind of hard to judge from a photo.
It is hard. Yeah.
Then when I opened up the package and I went, this is even better because it is smaller. And I mean, it's absolutely perfect. And God, I just love it. I just absolutely love it. You guys killed it with that one. That was all you, though, right?
No, I got to give a shout out. I'm not shy about telling people who my partners and collaborations are with. And that one was with Shire Post Mint. I always get his name mixed up. But Woody over it. If you don't follow Shire Post Mint on Instagram, holy crap! Do you follow him?
No, I don't. I'm gonna get the info from you. That way I can leave it on the post and make sure everybody knows to go there.
He's a master, and he's a guy that I partner with on my minted products, which are like actually minted coins. I can custom design any coin that you want. And I design it, I engrave it, and I partner with Woody over at Shire to actually mint them. So it's smashed into a coin. I love having good partners, and that one was with Woody over at Shire. And the release Major Marker 4 is going to be with Jacob at TrueTech.
Any hints?
I think we gotta wait. Yeah, I don't want to give too much away.
Let me tell you right now. I'll tell you this real quick. There's approximately 50 people that will listen to this. So maybe in a couple years you'll want to keep back a little bit, but I'm telling you right now, you could probably tell everybody what's happening.
Tell everybody,
and you'll be fine.
Well, if 50 people listen and 50 people hear the exact idea, hopefully they'll all buy it because we're probably going to release about 50.
There we go.
Yeah. So we honestly, this year for the major markers, it's been a bit of a almost prototyping, testing the waters. Because I'm not as big as the other guys. Neither Jacob nor I are as big as the other guys, and we have to stick to what we know. And painting and learning has been a huge deal. I'm open about what I'm good at, and my thing is design, and I'm learning all the time about working with metal, figuring out how to make things. Like I said, there's nobody that does it better than, in my opinion, there's nobody that does it better than Kraken, Josh Stinsley's amazing, and Tyson.
Yeah, they are the.
There's some of the best. Like I said, I always try to get inspired. I don't ever try to copy.
Yeah, well, do you know what? This is what I love about the fact that because Tyson blew up through Instagram and just displaying beautiful products, and the work he puts out is absolutely amazing. No one's denying that. But what it has done is it opened up the doors to other people to want to do that. And
absolutely,
and people like yourself and Kraken and all these guys that are doing the custom markers, and I mean there's a handful of them out there. But now they have this, they've seen what can happen, and now they're being able to take their creativity and put it out there. And it's really opened the doors to a lot more people and a lot more uniqueness, a lot more ideas. And, for me, I haven't been a huge collector. I'm more of somebody. I like something because it's cool and I want it and I want to take it out on the course. I don't shelf a lot of stuff. Yeah. I like throwing it in my pocket and using it. And so seeing people come out with products that you can do that with and just not be a collector's item only, it's kind of great. And I think you are doing that perfectly with some. I also have here the sweet tea marker that you sent me, and
yeah, dude, that's one of my favorites.
Well, my wife is from Northeast Alabama, and
oh wow, so that's perfect.
Yeah, and she loves sweet tea, and out here in Vegas, the only way you get sweet tea is at McDonald's or Chick-fil-A or a barbecue joint.
They look at you. They look at you crazy when you say, have sweet tea, or they you say, oh, the sugar packet's right there.
Yeah, the sugar packet's right there. Just dump it in. So
I don't want a snow globe. I want a sweet tea.
So the first time I went with her back to Alabama, we went to a restaurant and I had a real sweet tea, and I was like, now I know why you want this. This is amazing.
Sweet tea, okay, we could have a whole podcast. So sweet tea is a bit of a, it's like, grandma's, whatever, banana pudding. There's a million different ways to make sweet tea in the South, it seems like, or everybody has their own, how much sugar, how much tea. I personally don't drink a lot, but I don't like it super, super sweet. Like McDonald's is that's like syrup. I don't drink McDonald's sweet tea. So, but yeah, I mean, dude, finding people like, Tyson Land was the first person I found on Instagram doing this. And growing up, a ball marker was like an afterthought. Like it was a penny. It was a piece of plastic. It was
a tea,
something stupid. And, I never even thought about this. And when I think the first thing I saw from him that really just inspired me, I mean, it's kind of a little silly, but it was like the beer can tops or whatever.
The pop tops
he makes. The pop tops, dude, that was like, dude, that's sick. And even when I started, because you just get me on an idea. Like if you put me with somebody who can make almost anything, like a Jacob from True Tech or whoever, dude, we could come up with some just killer stuff. And when I saw some of that stuff, I was like, okay, I want to copy, but I got some ideas rolling now, and it was just kind of really cool. And like you said, it's opened up this whole community, and really it's a brotherhood. Like all the guys that I've talked with, I've been really fortunate to give some insight with some guys. Even I had a really good buddy over in the UK. I love people from the UK on Instagram. I want to meet some UK people. I've never been to the UK. Going to Ireland in about 2 weeks. But anyways.
You're going to Ireland?
So, and I might or might not be going to the Open. But
wow. I'm jealous.
Yeah. So that's a whole nother story. But, I've met people from the UK. I've met people from Australia. I just sent my first marker to Hong Kong the other day.
Oh, wow.
I mean, there's just so many cool. I've been able to, France, tons, and like Canada, and of course the US. But it's just cool to be able to create relationships with people who, we all have that common love for golf, and it's all about relationships and creativity. Taking somebody's idea and bringing it to life is just like the most fulfilling thing from a creative perspective. When people be like, they'll be like, wow, you nailed it. That was it. And that's just the coolest thing.
So can people submit custom requests to you through the website?
Yeah, absolutely. And I've kind of, if you go to the website, right now I've been so busy that I kind of took down like the custom, so you can just go in there and buy it. But anybody who wants to shoot me an email, shoot me a DM. We can get a project rolling. Once we get through all the majors, I'm gonna start promoting custom engraved stuff. You know, just if you want one marker, I can do it. It's just been the onesie twosies have been really hard to make sure I manage that with all the planning, because this year with the way they have the schedules for the majors, it's like bam,
boom,
bam,
boom, 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 boom.
You know, and so that's been really hard because, you know, we're rolling out a major marker and right behind it, not before it, planning. I mean, we've been planning the U.S. Open. We've been planning the U.S. Open since I started doing mock-ups during Masters. You know, and I've had the Open idea for.
You can call it the British Open. Everybody does. It's okay.
Yeah, I know, but you know, dude, I'm so excited about that marker. I'm so excited about that marker.
Is it clover related?
Oh, of course.
Okay.
You know, I mean,
you got to.
Of course.
You got to. Okay.
That
was a guess. I don't have to get that info.
I'm heavily Irish.
Oh, are you? Nice.
Side. Yeah, I'm heavily Irish on my side. We go back to the O'Daly clan, 900 AD. You know, my uncle has all the genealogy stuff. But yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
And there's definitely going to be one visiting the British Open. So I'll have to get some photos of that. But yeah, I mean, just really excited to be able to share with people my creativity and everything I got going on. Now, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, what's been your best selling marker so far? You know, you got 12 months of being out there. I know it takes a little while to grow and get the presence out there for what you're doing.
Yeah.
But what's your hot marker? The one that people seem to come back for?
Well, you know, right now it's just been the only major releases, you know, like big runs and stuff we've done have been the major markers, and Bethpage Black by far did 2 runs and sold both of them out within several hours. That just blew me away
because it was amazing.
I don't know what it was about that marker, but people just bought it. And so definitely Bethpage Black has been the most successful so far. We ended up selling a total of 90 of those.
Nice.
So, you know, did 2 runs. I really didn't know how people would respond. That's really the reason why I did only one at first. And then it sold out. And then I had a bunch of people message me about it. And I was like, well, I like to keep things limited, but I was like, the interest was there. You know, we'll do one more limited run. And so we did another run. It sold out in a couple of hours. So it was just, it was kind of cool. I'm hoping we have that interest with the Open, because still the Open one is just, from a design aspect, I know that there might be some other stuff that comes out that's very similar, but I've been working on it for months, and I'm super, super proud of it.
Right on.
It was a truly original design.
I can't wait to see it.
About it. But yeah, the Bethpage Black one was awesome. There was a lot of hype around Bethpage and stuff. You know, did Bethpage not almost feel like a U.S. Open to you?
It did. And Ryan and I talked about it a little bit. The move to before the Open really kind of put a focus on it, because the hype over Tiger winning Augusta was still relevant in everybody's mind. And then, you know, instead of that gap where everybody, you know, we're gonna play the players and, well, is it a major? It's not a major. Could it be a major? Blah blah blah. We went right into, hey, we got Bethpage coming up, and it just the hype stayed there, and it was awesome. It was nice to have it go.
New York fans are a little bit fanatical, you know.
Yeah,
I think that helped too. So.
I still think Scottsdale's got everybody topped as far as fanatics go.
Oh yeah, Waste Management, no doubt. So, and let me go on record: the Players is not a major, and I will never call it a major personally. That's my stance. So,
Okay.
I know
All right.
everybody's
So
in different areas.
let's dive into that a little bit more. I know it's regional for you. Why do you think? Because I look at the field, and the field to me
feels amazing.
makes it a major. Now, I don't know if you can call it a major. It's to me, it's one of the top events of the season because of the field and because of the course. And now that they've moved it to when it's supposed to be, I think it has a more major feel to it. But why don't you think it's a major?
Okay, for me, it's very simple. Is you have a long history of what has, and I realized that before there was the U.S., the U.S. Amateur, help me, was the U.S. Amateur, the British Amateur. There was all these amateur tournaments that also factored in, like the Bobby Jones legacy and stuff like that. But you've had a long established 4 tournaments that has been, the majors. These are the majors. Now, if say next year they say, I don't know who they are that says that the players becomes a major, but say it becomes a major. Okay, well, how do you measure all those guys' legacies that captured majors that never had a chance to count the players as a major? Like,
I hear you.
So I'm saying it kind of messes with the history of golf. No doubt it's like the absolute one of the strongest fields in golf and probably one of the hardest tests. I mean, I've talked to people who've actually, played sawgrass, and
it's no joke.
So I haven't played it, but have you played it?
No, I had an opportunity it was 5 years ago, and it just didn't work out.
My buddy, do you follow Blitzkrieg Golf?
No, I don't.
So another great little golf Instagram page. Little, he's bigger than me, but Samuel from Blitzkrieg, he's played it. He said he hated it because it was just so dang hard. He just wanted to be done. I mean, everybody thinks I don't want to go play these courses. Some of these, no, I don't know. You want to play all these courses that these pros play because they're not fun tracks. They're not like the Bandons and the Pinehurst. You can get around on those courses even if you shoot a million.
Yeah, so, it's enjoyable.
But that's my take on it. I mean, that's why I think that I think you kind of mess with the history of golf if you call the players a major.
I'm fine with it not being a major. I'm fine with it if they call it a major. I know everybody would go into a huge tussle, and that actually may be good. Brandon Chambly would probably have an hour to just banter about it. So it could be a good thing. It could be a bad thing. Right? But I'm fine with the way things are. I enjoy the tournament. So it's an awesome tournament. Yeah. Other than the major release coming up, do you have anything else that you got in the works for Atomic?
Oh yeah. So one of the things I've been working on for really a long time is I've always wanted, and I know it's a very saturated market, but one of the things I've always wanted to do is get into putters. And we are. And I'm partnering with Jacob True Tech because he's my milling guy. So we're in the lab right now. Everybody
is this breaking news?
Yeah, sure, absolutely.
All right,
right now
we got breaking news. Chasing Daylight coming through.
Yeah. That's right, and there's a ton to learn about putters, but I'm just going to get into it and start making some stuff. And I've got a project right now, pretty top secret, 5 putters that we're working on for a household name. Let's just put it that way. Somebody I've caddied for before, and a good friend of mine. And he was like, I actually made him one of my prototypes that I haven't released yet. And he's like, I want you to make me 5 more of these. So Jacob and I are in the lab, so to speak, and we're going to I'm going to release something that's going to be probably a little bit different than what, a lot of folks, go with the answer style, or what does Scotty Cameron call it? The blade.
Yeah.
Mine's not going to be that style. I'll go ahead and reveal that. But because I prefer to play with a mallet, so we'll go with that.
Okay, all right, that's good to hear.
Yeah. So anyway.
So when should we expect to see that popping up?
It's probably still going to be. It's still probably a few months out. We're working on the design. I have a design, but working on when you have a design for a putter, the first prototype that we worked on. I mean, we worked on it for several months, and it's all about weight and toe hang and face. The face balanced shaft, and I mean, there's so many factors that go into a putter, and I'm not going to pretend to be an expert on putter production, but we got some cool stuff, and I think it's going to be kind of unique. And the coolest part about it is, if somebody wants to get a putter made, I'm not gonna be putting out mass amounts of them. We'll do a run. Anybody who wants to get one, we'll get together. I'll do custom engraving, whatever they want on it, make it theirs, and make it pretty cool. And so that's it'll probably be hopefully in the next 2 to 3 months. Probably we'll have something. I don't know if it'll be released by then, but hopefully within the next 2 to 3 months we'll have something that'll be actually testable.
So are you looking for USGA conforming, or is this just something that's you just want to do and get some putters in the hands of some people to enjoy?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I don't know that we're going to go out and get USGA conform. All the paperwork done on that. It's just going to be people who want it's almost going to be like a little piece of art, but it's going to be a playable piece of art. First thing I'm doing is making myself one.
There you go.
And taking it out because I want to practice what I'm preaching, so to speak. So
yeah, that's how I'm good friends with Ricky at Ricky Johnson Custom Putters. I've been helping him for a while grow his stuff, and that's how he started. He's a machinist. He's been making centrifuges for oil companies for years, and he's probably been in the metal industry for 35, 40 years. And he loves to golf, and he was just messing around one day and made a putter, and people started loving it, and it took off from there. So that was
and I'm not a machinist, so I'll go ahead and put out there. Anybody, I'm not pretending to be, but what I like to do, and it's back to my whole philosophy, is relationships and creativity. And I'm partnering with somebody who's an amazing machinist, who that's his job. Like when he's not doing golf stuff for True Tech, like Jacob he's a machinist. I say he works at a machining place. So, I'm gonna align myself with people. We can create a product that's unique. It's custom.
So how much golf do you get to play nowadays? I know you said you were doing the caddy thing to fund your golf, and Atomic has turned into that as well. But how much are you playing?
Not enough. Which is there ever really enough?
Never.
I've never played. No. I've never played 4 rounds in one day.
There is enough, and let me tell you, it's walking 4 rounds abandoned.
It's called the solstice event.
Oh my goodness! My club's sitting in a little cubby right outside our bedroom, and I walk by him every day, and I'm like, I don't want to look at you right now.
That's hard. That's a really interesting place to be in. So I carry my clubs in the back of the car. They stay with me. They ride to work every day. And if I can bang balls here and there, really I like to practice more than I play, to be honest with you. Kind of like what your guy Clayton was talking about is, you want to get better at golf, and I'm no teacher by any means, but I got better over the past couple by just going out and hitting balls, And
have you watched the Hogan special on the Golf Channel?
Oh my gosh, no, I want to. Oh. I'm a huge Hogan fan.
You need to watch it, because that's all he talked about is there may have been guys better, but they're not going to outwork me.
They're not going to outwork you. I mean, I have a few favorites in the history. Hogan, man, has to be next to Tiger for me. Hogan had the in my opinion, there's no better swing. I don't
gorgeous.
know of a better, just mechanically perfect. And then, you know, I read his book, and there's a lot in there, but the main takeaway for me, he completely changed my ideas on the way I grip the club. The grip of the club. I mean, I started playing different golf when I really got into the grip. So Hogan, yeah, amazing. But, you know, I probably get out a couple times a month. Not enough. It's tough, you know, because, you know, my number one priority in life is my family. And, you know, I'm very involved in my church. And, you know, so I focus on those things. And then when I have time for golf, it happens. You know, I've got an 8-year-old who is somewhat mildly interested in golf, and she's very athletic. And we, you know, my main goal with her is just to have fun and do something.
Yeah, I've got 2 girls. I've got a now 13-year-old and now 10-year-old. And when my 13-year-old was younger, everybody says this, and parents get, you know, just over the top with how great their kids are, but she's got amazing hand-eye coordination. But she doesn't have passion. She likes going out and playing. She can smack the ball around, and she takes direction so well. I've had her with a couple coaches, and she takes direction so well, but she'll tell me, I don't want to go play a tournament, Dad. I just want to go play. And I'm like, all right, let's go play. You know, no tournaments, fine. Because we put her in junior PGA league, and we put her in the drive chip putt, and you know, she had some fun with that, and then I tried to get her into US Kids, and you could just tell it wasn't her thing. So she'll go out and hack around with me every now and then, but having a kid that's involved in it. But I wanted, real quick, you guys took a trip to Augusta this year, didn't you?
Say that one more time.
Didn't you guys go to Augusta this year?
Yeah. So yeah, that was amazing. We got to go. I got really lucky and got tickets to the Women's Am. And that was so historic. I mean, first one.
Oh, the first one, yeah.
You know, never, you know, I told my daughter when we were going, I said, you know, do you realize there has never been a woman to hit a tee shot in competitive play at the Augusta National, and you're witnessing it today?
That's so special.
That was pretty amazing. So it was really cool. And we were even debating on whether we were going to get up to go to the first tee, because it was super early. I mean, we had to get up at like 5 o'clock for her. You know, I get up at that time every day. But we had to get up really early. And I was like, we're not missing this. You know, see all the honorary, you know, Annika, Henri Pot. I mean, there were, you know, all these people who just the legends of women's golf, and to be able to see the first shot and to experience that, there was an electricity. I mean, it was super special, and I'm really proud of the National for doing that for women's golf, and just for you know, inspiring the next generation.
It was so great to see, and I love, you know, we brought Laura onto the breakfast ball because we wanted to have a woman's perspective on the game, and it's growing at such a good level. And Dana Finkelstein is the LPGA player that's a friend of the blog, and we got to play with her. And having daughters, and my wife played competitive basketball. She played in college and high school, and seeing the drive that some of these women have, you know, I'm around it a lot more. You know, I have some friends that, you know, 3 boys, and what are you talking about? Why are you going to a women's basketball game? But it's fun to see the competitive side of the women out there, and the competitive golf for women it's insane. These girls are so good.
Oh my God.
You know, they may not hit it 325, and they may not, you know, shoot 25 under at a really hard golf course, but man, they are talented. Just, it's incredible the amount of talent that they have.
If nobody has seen Maria Fossey hit a golf ball, they need to go. You need to see it in person, but go Google or YouTube. Her swing is amazing. That was just such. It was a cup show. I mean, it was just an amazing event to be a part of. So.
Yeah, I got to play around with Dana last year here in Vegas, and my home course is Revere Golf Club, and she had never been on the property. We played from the one up from the back, which is about 6,700 yards, and she shot 70. And never seen the course, and it was just pipe drive, dead center, green, putt. Pipe drive, dead center, green, putt.
And boring golf.
Boring golf. She's all of 5'1" and just is so talented, and it was so fun to watch. And she's playing from the same tees I am. She beats me by 20 strokes. It's fun to watch the girls sling it. Okay, so what are you playing? What's in your bag? Let's dive into that a little bit.
Yeah, so I'm almost all clover right now, from the driver to the gap, and I have a couple of ping wedges in the bag. I really only these days I'm kind of weird from the gap wedge down. I hit a gap from about 115. And then I have a 60 in the bag, and anything in between, I just feel it with the gap. I just love my gap wedge. And then I'm putting with a Odyssey number 7, which I'm absolutely in love with.
Soon to be an atomic putter.
Yes, sir. And I will tell you though, I am really eyeing. Well, I don't know, man. You guys, last episode, you kind of messed me up. Because I've been thinking about, I've really been looking at a couple of different options for the future. Because I really want to get I really like looking at some different clubs. I love my clovers, but really been eyeing the Ben Hogans and what they're doing over at Ben Hogan right now. I really probably going to end up going with that. I mean, and have you went and seen their stuff or like went to their website?
Oh yeah, I'm real familiar with it.
And I know you're a Wilson guy or you're Honma, right?
I'm playing Honmas right now. Yeah, I got a set of the 737s a little over 2 years ago, and
wow,
I've been really happy with them. Ryan's playing in it. So the last episode, are you talking about the staff blades? Is that what you're?
Yeah, the staff. Yeah, those. And I tell you, a couple of years ago, I was like, okay, I'm gonna get a forged. I'm gonna go forged. Because I grew up. I played competitively. I was in high school. I played. I came number 1 on my team. But I was never like great. I was like a 7. I was never great. I was mediocre. And but back in the day, I played Titleist 990Bs and forged club, and but I'm not that good anymore, man. and so I've been playing game improvement irons, for about the past 5 years. And Cobra, makes a great game improvement iron. And a couple of years ago, though, I found some Adams EMBs, one of those, forged with tungsten inserts. I'll never get rid of those clubs, but I really can't hit them. They're great clubs, but I'm just not that good, man. I need a little bit more forgiveness. So that's why, my ego's like, oh God, I could do it. I could buy, Wilson staff blades, but I don't think I can hit them.
They not only are they gorgeous. It's probably, so in my opinion, the best looking iron I've seen in a long time. And I'm a fan of a lot of different companies. The Honma stuff, I really enjoy the way it looks. The new stuff, the 747 stuff, is just really good looking. The Mizunos, the MP18s, the classic blades, they're just absolutely gorgeous. But they killed it with these. And Ryan's playing them, and Clayton's playing them, and what I've seen Ryan do with those clubs, it's just disgusting. It's absolutely disgusting. And had I not been on the course with him, watching him do it, it's things that you sit down with, and that you're at the bar after the round, and you're hearing people talk, and you're saying to your buddy, he's full of it. But
what's his handicap?
He's playing about a 3.5 to a 4 right now.
And what are you?
I'm creeping on a 12. I've gone up since my surgery. I've decided to put the testosterone aside, and I'm starting to move up a little bit, and I typically play from 65 to 67, but I'm starting to play from 63 to 64 just until I can build up that leg strength again and get after it the way I used to. I just don't have the distance anymore right now.
Yeah, I'm a 9, and I don't know. I mean, maybe I'd be able to. But here's the thing: I want with my next set of irons. I want something I can work. I think that, and I'm not into the tech side of golf equipment these days. There's so much to know, and it has changed so dramatically. But I want something I can work, and I think you get that a little bit more with a Forge Club versus these game improvements, which help me here. But in that you get a little bit higher ball fly, a little bit more spin or whatever.
Yeah, the power lofting is more, more forgiveness and a little bit stronger loft. So your 7 iron is more like a 6 iron for typical people.
Yeah, and so I want something that's probably a little bit more that I can work, and I'll I don't know, man. I was literally Googling the staff blades.
Go find a shop that's got some in stock that you can go swing and just test them out, or go to the Wilson site and search for a demo day and find somebody that's got some, just so you can go hit them, even if you don't choose them. Just to feel it, because I've only been able to swing Clayton and Ryan irons, but they're they play heavy, stiff, extra stiff shafts, and Ryan's taller than me, so it's hard for me to judge. I like I said in the last episode, I really would like to throw one of the shafts that I play in one of the heads and see if I can actually hit it, because with Ryan's, if I occasionally I'll get a hold of one and I'm like, man, that feels really good, but I don't want it to feel really good 1 out of 10. I want it to feel really good 10 out of 10.
Now, I will tell you, whatever I get, I'm almost 100% in on the UST shaft.
There you go. Hey, little shout out to one of our sponsors over on the Breakfast Ball.
Breakfast Ball, yeah. I've been doing a lot of reading and looking at the different flights and stuff like that, and I'm a believer in shafts. When I got the Cobra, I got fitted for these Cobras. I got fitted at Dick's Sporting Goods, which I don't know if it's really truly a fitting there. A guy kind of looks at you, bang some balls, and you should do this.
You need these.
That really, yeah. But I tell you, it's going to be hard for me to move from my Cobra driver because I have never hit a driver like this.
Is that the new one?
Decent. I mean, it's, no, dude. I'm hitting a Cobra Fly Z.
I used to play that.
Several models old, and I mean,
I played the green one.
And I have a little shaft, which I've never had nothing other than stock shafts. So I bought, it's not an expensive shaft, but I bought up a little bit on that shaft, and I'm a firm believer in shafts. I've really enjoyed our relationship with UST.
The first shipment they sent me was 3 different shafts, and I put them in, I have a Callaway driver. I have the Epic and the Rogue. And so I had the same adapters on them, and I just got to go mess around with them, play with them. And then the new one came out, I always say it wrong. Ryan always corrects me, the Atis or the Atos. I put that in, and wow, it is an incredible shaft. But what the biggest change for me was when I used to play Aerotex. I had the carbon, the graphite steel combo Aerotex, and I really enjoyed it because I was playing the R600s from True Temper, and because I got fit for those, and I was playing okay with them, and then I went to the True Tempers, and I played a little bit better. I got a little bit more distance, got a little bit more accuracy, but I still had the high fade when I wasn't trying to hit the high fade. And when I got the recoil shafts and put those in, the first range session, I was like, this isn't fair. This should not be happening. And it really, my dispersion went from all over the place to a circle. And, I'm a +2 handicap on the range, and you get on the course and reality sets in. But it was great to see the change. Like you said, the shaft, it's so crucial. I did a driver fitting earlier this year, and it was an intense 2-hour process where we probably hit 15 different manufacturers and got it all dialed in, and so it really taught me how ideal the shaft is. And UST sent that stuff, the Atas and a couple others, and wow, it has really changed my game. But the biggest change, I'm going off on a tangent here, but I'm sorry, but the biggest change for me I put the helium shaft in my 5-wood, and a couple people, I know Brian Golf on Instagram said to me, he goes, "What are you doing swinging that light of a shaft in a 5-wood?" I said, "Man, I don't know, but I hit the thing like 220 and it's online and it's beautiful." And so I'm looking forward to throwing another helium shaft in my 7-wood, because I yanked my 4-iron and trying to get a little bit more playability out of some bad situations, because I'm not always excellent off the tee, and with the shorter distance I need something I can go after a little bit more. But UST, I agree, you can't go wrong with them.
Yeah, and that's my thing is I want to try to get more playability in whatever my setup is. And back in the day we didn't know all this stuff. Like as a junior golfer, there's so much information at our fingertips, and so many different manufacturers with really good products, but people don't know what they want and they don't know what they need. And, I think that's why it's important to do research and read.
Get fit.
Awesome
Hashtag
blogs,
get fit.
like and get fit. And, so I like to do a little bit of reading and research before I buy stuff, and, learn about, not just what looks pretty, but what it does. And, so
let's give everybody a rundown before we get out of here. I know it's getting late on your side of the country. What's the website?
atomicgolf.club. Whoever's parking on atomicgolf.com, please email me, a reasonable offer for that URL.
It's funny.
Right now, I'm not paying $25,000 for URLs. So.
I had a guy. Funny story. I'll tell it real quick. The breakfastball.com. It was taken, and so originally mine was the breakfastball.info. And terrible, right? And so I had it at just WordPress the breakfast ball for a while, and I had notifications to let me know when it was available. And some guy sent me a message and he's like, "Hey, would you like to buy it?" I'm like, "Yeah." And he goes, "Okay, $30,000." And I countered him with $1. Because you can counter offer. I countered back with $1.
Yeah.
And then like 3 days later, I got the notification that it was available. So I jumped on it. So hang tight. I'm sure somebody.
Oh my gosh. No, it was kind of cool because when I first started, I was atomicgolf.co. That was like the next best thing. And then I just happened upon atomicgolf.club, and I'm like, Atomic Golf Club. So, just remember Atomic Golf Club and, atomicgolf.club.
There you go. What's your Instagram handle?
Atomic Golf.
Atomic Golf?
Atomic Golf.
You got any other social media accounts you want to throw out there?
Yeah, I'm on Facebook at Atomic Golf Co. I don't really do Twitter. And really,
keep it positive.
Facebook is... Oh God, yeah. Facebook and Twitter, and I like Instagram because I'm a visual person and I love photos, and there's so many great photos, and that's why my mainstay is Instagram, because it's it's a little more positive. And there's negative out there, but I stay away from Twitter.
It's easy to just swipe delete that comment. Best way for anybody to get a hold of you?
atomicgolfco@gmail.com. Yeah,
right.
Or just DM me on Instagram. It's the best way to get a hold of me. Definitely. And I'm more than welcome, happy to, take on custom orders, or, really you said the sweet tea was probably one of your favorites and the deck page. Those are the minted products, and I'm super in love with those products right now.
The minted stuff. This is honestly the first time I've ever heard anybody talk about a minted ball marker. And there may be some people.
We're really the first to do it.
Okay, I want you guys to run with that, because that is so damn cool. It if you don't have one of these markers, just go check it out and zoom in and look into detailing. It is amazing. The sweet tea is beautiful. The Bethpage is absolutely stunning. And I can't wait to see more of this milling. I think, or not milling, minting. I think that is the future as far as how ball markers are going to be done.
Oh man, and you gotta hold it in your hand. Like you can look at it and it looks cool, but holding it and feeling it in your hand, it's just like it's so special.
I'm doing it right now.
I mean,
He's 100%.
You're literally like how they've made coins for God. When were coins invented? Like thousands of years ago.
And that's what
they smush metal.
Yeah,
I mean
that's what I was thinking when I saw the sweet tea. Because I'm like, there's no way this was milled.
No, it's not. It's minted.
It's so gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. So I'm glad you talked about that. I can't wait to see more of
Absolutely. And I'm putting out stuff there. When you see anything that's bulk, like in a lot of quantity, it's minted. That's how we do our minted products. And I'm gonna probably put out some just like standardized designs, like sweet tea and some other stuff. And a lot of those will be minted. So
well, we're gonna
about that product.
Off the record, we're gonna start discussing a breakfast ball minted coin because that is gonna happen.
Oh,
I can guarantee it because it's just too good. It's just way.
We can do it. We can do it, man.
Way too good. So. Well, hey, Joel, I appreciate you taking some time out of your busy schedule to hop on with us. I'm looking forward to the major release. Can't wait to see what else you guys are doing. And man, just keep it up. I love the positivity. I love your message. I love everything behind your brand. And we're excited that you came on and you've got some fans out here in Vegas. And Colorado.
Well, same thing for definitely. Same thing for me, man. Keep up what you're doing with Chasing Daylight and Breakfast Ball. I mean, I love your stuff, and it's so focused on golf. And there's a lot of stuff these days that just kind of is more entertainment. And I like the golf talk. Let's keep it golf.
Awesome.
So I love it. Thanks for having me on, man. I really
no problem. Enjoy the rest of your week and have a good weekend. Get out there and play some golf, man.
I am.
Okay. Take it easy, Joel. Appreciate it.
All right. Thanks, man.
Bye.
All right, man. Bye.
All right, everybody. That was Joel from Atomic Golf. I'm going to put some information on the website. If you click on the episodes, there's information. It's almost like a blog post where you can scroll down and I'll have links to all the things he was talking about. He mentioned some good accounts, Blitz Creek and the guy that's doing the minting for him. I'm going to get that information from him so you guys can go check it out and follow along and see the new stuff that's coming out. I'm really excited to see his major marker number 4. It's going to be pretty good. One other thing I want to say, I just created this today. We have a voice text line now for Chasing Daylight. If you aren't favorable of leaving a comment or you don't like leaving comments or anything like that, you want to be anonymous and you want to call in, leave us a message, let us know what you think of the show, let us know what you think of the guest. All you have to do, it's real easy, dial 702-518-1864. It's a voicemail. Just leave us a message. If you want to text, you can text. We really want to get you guys involved in the show. We want to hear what you have to say. We want to pass some messages on to our guest, and we're going to be doing some things where we'll throw it out there, a question or anything where you guys could leave some messages, and we'll be playing them on some episodes. So get on that text line, chat line, voice line, whatever you want to call it, 702-518-1864. Then also, if you have not yet, please subscribe to the podcast. It is something that we really need some subscriptions to let everybody know that, hey, this is a good source for some good information, some good content. Ryan and I are working hard to bring you guys some good information, some good guests. And so we need your support. You can like us on Instagram, Chasing Daylight Podcast, all lowercase, of course. We have a Facebook page, Chasing Daylight. We are on Twitter, Chasing Podcast. But make sure you give us a follow, share, like, comment, leave us a rating on iTunes. Help us grow this podcast. Let us keep bringing you the good content that we want to bring. Thanks for listening. Episode 7 up. Going to be recording that hopefully in the next couple of days. We got the Amp Caddy CEO coming on for that, and I got some other guests lined up. So thanks for tuning in. Until next episode, take it easy.